Hi, my name is Jennifer Verizman, if some of you don't already know, and I started this journey about 5 years ago. I really started putting some work into it about 2 years ago on a low sodium diet. So this is living a low sodium life. And my goal is to make a video at least once every week to help guide you in living the low sodium life that you need to if you're hypertensive and your blood pressure is high, or if you have to keep it low. Years ago, just briefly, I was very hypertensive, and of course we all go to the doctor and we all go get medicine, and the medicine wasn't working, and I didn't understand what it meant to make these changes. I mean, they show you a chart, they tell you to cut down on your salt, try to exercise, sweat it out, and I didn't understand what I was getting myself into. I thought I was eating pretty well by not adding extra salt on, and still I'd come in and I was so high and I'm running fevers and I'm having to wear ice packs and stuff like that, and it was not cool, and I'm feeling sick all the time, and I'm over swollen, and I'm taking the medicine. I still take a very low amount, but I'm very close to actually being off, because it takes some time, actually some years, to try to realistically change your diet. I mean, you could try and do cold turkey right away and just X everything out of your diet. You're going to go back. You're going to relapse, because it's hard. Some things to help you make some changes real quick. Realistically, to change your diet to having your blood pressure look better when it is high. First thing that you're going to have to do is, I would recommend eliminating bacon. I know, bacon is wonderful. I love bacon. You can buy, and at first I used to snub my nose at it too, a turkey bacon. It is lower. Can't have it all the time either. It does have some sodiums, and you will have to look normally at a grocery store and flip the packages around to get the right turkey bacon out there. And that's what I'm here for, is to help you. I will show you the products that I have learned that have low sodium. So let's get started with some of these things, and this will be a learning process along the way to make small changes. A lot of secondary one I would recommend is coffee. Caffeine, really, I know you need it to function, and I used to drink large cups of it too. And I also have eliminated that because it doesn't make you feel very good. So those are two things to work on. Start small. Make small changes. And the first one is eliminating coffee, and the second one is eliminating bacon. And then we'll move on from there with other videos. So starting with sandwiches, bread. I like bread. There is high sodium. It's somewhere around 350 to 375. It can go up to 450, and the percentage could be 17%, 32%, 36%. So your goal is, when you go shopping, is to try to find the lowest sodium bread that you can get your hands on when you make sandwiches, because we're all in a hurry. We have things to do. And the bread that I've found so far, and I'm sure there are probably one or two out there, but the one that I like is, I don't know if you can read it because I read back, is backwards, and I'll have to take a picture of it, is it's a Hawaiian half loaf. It's made by family bakers since 1925. Special recipe bread. I buy this at Meijer's. And it's on the regular shelf, and it is a half loaf, and it is a little bit more, but we're talking about your health here, and we're talking about small changes. Also, I am a major cheese lover, and giving up sharp cheese, which is also really high in sodium, was a very difficult thing for me to do. But I've done it by looking at my cheeses, and I've switched. I don't know if you can see this, but it's spelled Andrulis, Baltic style farmer's cheese, and it's just plain, and it is a very low sodium. The sodium added is 110 at 5%. That's actually very good for a cheese. The substitute that I used before that, if you have to do a fallback and you're doing some quick shopping and you want something that goes along with your family and isn't expensive, it's like, this is just for me. I don't let the kids get into it. It's pretty expensive, and they don't really like it anyways because it doesn't have much taste. So Colby Jack is actually, when it comes to like your regular cheese that you find up on the shelf, is the lowest in sodium when it comes backed up to Pepper Jack and Sharp and things like that. So if you grab anything out of that cheese and you switch your cheese over, start with Colby Jack. Okay? It's lower. Not that much lower, but it is lower. So it's at 170 at 7%. Just to give you an idea, sharp cheddar and things like that are like 350, 450, and like 17%, 32%. It's been a while since I've looked at them, but it gets much higher. So right there off the bat, if you're doing Colby Jack, you are cutting your sodium right like that. So just make a note and say, all right, from here on out, I know I love the sharp cheese, but I'm going to only buy the Colby Jack when I'm introducing cheese in my diet. At least you are cutting down. You are doing reasonable, small changes. Ham is very high in salt. So you will have to switch to a chicken or turkey. And the turkey that I found is at Meijer's, and it's called Diet Watson Light Turkey Breast. There is a no sodium turkey, and without a doubt, it has no taste. And even I, with my high tolerance, said, no, I got to back it up. I have to have a little bit of flavor. So the Diet Watson Light Turkey Breast is a really good low sodium turkey to make a sandwich. And the sodium of that is at 240 at 10%. Now you can get it without the sodium, like I said, but it's not realistic. You're not going to stick to that because it doesn't have any flavor. It is a bit expensive, so try to buy it when it is on sale. And then at last, to make a sandwich, I am a Miracle Whip lover. I'm not a mayo lover. We'll debate that some other day between the Miracle lovers and the mayo lovers out there. There's definitely your sides. But for me, is Miracle Whip, and Miracle Whip, if you look on the shelf, has this 50% less sodium and cholesterol. And yes, it is a change, and it is different, and it is a small thing to do when you're making your sandwich. Because, to be clear, and I didn't know this until I started looking it up, is that when you go to McDonald's and you buy a hamburger, it right off the bat is 1,000 milligrams of sodium. And you buy 2 hamburgers, guess what? You've topped out for your whole day. Those fries that you're eating, it's just tapping it on. Then you go home and you have your bagged chicken. By the way, bagged chicken has sodium in it, so you have to buy fresh chicken and then put it in a bag yourself. These are things we're going to talk about with all these videos as we're going along, so let's move slowly. I know I'm giving you a lot of information at once. So, going out to eat, I'm sure you've been told by your doctor, is a major no-no. And the sodium, it really does add up. It's the same thing for Burger King. It's the same thing for Wendy's. I used to eat their salads with the nuts in them, and you have the raspberry dressing on the top of the chicken. I'm thinking, oh, I'm doing great. I can at least have my little treat once in a while. No, you can't. It's 1,000 milligrams. It's what they base their minimums off. They consider healthy. So you have to consider that you're having that one salad right off the top, 1,000 milligrams, and you only have 1,000 milligrams left to go for the rest of the day, and it adds up quickly. This sandwich alone, consider 250 milligrams with the bread at 115, what did we say? I forget where it's at, 100 and something around there. And then you got your Colby Jack cheese at 240. I mean, you start adding it up, then you have your little piece of cheese. You're somewhere around 500 to 600 milligrams already just with that one sandwich. So if you are hypertensive or you have to be on a diet for high blood pressure, it is critical that you stay away from fast food. It is the reason why you don't feel good. It is the reason why you're bloated and you're holding water and things are going wrong in the rest of your system. So I'm going to help you learn some of the things that I've learned and point out some real products to go and buy at your favorite store, mine is Meijer's, and put real things together for you to eat. So just to go over it, low sodium, Miracle Whip. The Hawaiian half bread at Meijer's. You can find it there in the regular bread aisle. The Diet Watson Light Turkey Breast. And then you can add your tomato if you like, or you can add onions if you like, and your special cheese. Probably no one else will want, or, starting slow, your Colby Jack. Okay? That cuts it down right there. So there you go. You have a sandwich that you can make and feel safe about and won't be sick. So there you go. You have a sandwich that you can make and not have to worry so much to get you through the day. And thank you so much for watching my channel. Please like and subscribe and share if you like. I will see you next week. Hopefully.